Well, Chris and I have in common something pretty horrific, which is we both had a family member murdered. And I sought him out because I'm a victim advocate, and I knew he was running for the Lake County State's Attorney, and I wanted to talk to him about what he was going to do in the area of helping crime victims.
When Hillary disappeared, it fell on me to try and find her and make sure that law enforcement would look for her. And our family really felt excluded. It really opened my eyes to what victims feel like because they're not in control, they don't have as much information.
When you've been a victim of crime, you understand how deeply personal the law and public safety is, how trauma can change you forever, how important it is for the system to work right. Because what happens quite often with crime victims is that they will have this horrible thing happen to them, but then they'll go into the criminal justice system, and instead of experiencing justice, they will be re-traumatized because the system didn't work the way it was supposed to.
I really got to see how victims can feel excluded, and I really got to see firsthand what it's like from the victim's side. And it's really important to me that the people who work for me in the State's Attorney's Office all take that same view, that the victim is entitled to respect, to dignity, to being included in the process, and that no victim should ever feel victimized by the system.
He cares deeply. And the good thing I know about Chris Kennedy is he is going to talk to victims. He is going to be an extraordinary state's attorney who is going to get all the information from victims, and he's going to treat them with compassion and dignity and respect, and he is not going to violate their rights, and I'm very excited about him for that reason.
I've proposed a sex crimes unit so that prosecutors will be trained in how to handle these especially dangerous and difficult cases. Too many times I hear that victims feel as if they've been victimized by the system even after they've been victimized by the offender. And too many offenders re-offend in this field. We can't allow that to happen, and that's why we need to commit the resources and training and develop expertise among our prosecutors.
The most important job of a state's attorney is to make good judgments and to make good decisions. One thing I know about Chris Kennedy is that he is a data-driven, fact-based, integrity-laden decision maker with outstanding judgment and temperament. And that's going to make him an excellent state's attorney.
I believe I can make a difference. I've made a difference for people with developmental disabilities in Illinois. I've made a difference for people who I've taught. I've made a difference for people who I've defended and people who have been victimized by crime and by civil rights abuses, even by people who are in power. I've never been afraid to take on challenges, to take on people in power. And I think those are qualities that we're going to need in Lake County.
Chris has a genuine ability with people to listen, to learn, to lead, to reform, and I'm very, very confident that amazing things are going to happen. I'm actually quite excited. I truly believe this, and I'm saying this from my heart. I really believe that Chris Kennedy is going to be one of the state's greatest state's attorneys, and I believe a national leader. And I truly mean that.